on, Wolfpack Nation? Thank you guys so much for welcome to the channel and checking us out here. We've got a really special guest here that you probably saw in episode 1. If you haven't checked that out, you can go back on our videos and look at that and before watching this episode. I think it's really informative here. But we have Bishop Fitzgerald here, guys. He is committed to NC State for the 2023 class as a safety. He mentioned earlier his position was a strong safety, particular. Number 1 in his position, coming out of some rankings from JUCO. So really big pickup for NC State on defense. So Bishop, thanks for joining us, man. Really glad to have you.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, awesome, man. So we talked a little bit about your game and what it's like playing from Coffeyville, being from Woodbridge, Virginia. I guess I didn't even ask you this question, but let me ask you. I guess I'll ask this question. How is your family reacting to all you being committed, man? You're going from where you are now to coming back over to the East Coast. How do they like that?
They're real excited. You know, it's only about 4.5 hour drive down.
They can drive fast.
Yeah, you know, if you're pushing it a little bit, but they excited.
There we go.
They're excited, man, being able to come watch some games because I've been in Kansas for a year and a half now, so they only caught one game, maybe, but it's right there now.
So just out of curiosity, have you had a chance to look at the schedule at all for this upcoming year?
Yeah.
Like, have you studied it?
Yeah, so I think they go to UConn for a game, I think, and then
That's
the
right.
rest kind of just Virginia and North Carolina. So I mean,
That's right.
It's all right there.
Yep. Yeah. They'll have we'll have to link up and we'll have your family over to tailgate for UVA. But I'll be at that one. It's an hour and 30-minute drive. We got about a 4-hour drive out to Tech, and then it's all Raleigh, North Carolina, Durham, and I think we're at Wake next year too, if my memory serves me correctly. Yeah, good schedule for them to travel to, so I know they'll be excited about that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, man, it's I think you mentioned this, like it's like the road games are all real close, and even if it was, I mean, your family being able to come see you play games, you got a big family?
Yeah, pretty big.
Big family, man. That's cool. Yeah, so it'll be really close by. I think you'll find, man, the NC State's fan base is really passionate. Particularly, football and basketball. We've had success in both areas, and but man, football right now is really big. So we're really love what Dave Doran's done, and bringing in a talent like you is a big deal for us. Have you gotten to get to know the rest of your recruiting classmates? Like, I mean, particularly the defensive backs, man.
There's a lot of defensive backs in this class.
Yeah, so I actually played against Trente, I think that's his name, Hinton, the other JUCO guy. He went to Hutch, so we played them twice this year. And, I was watching him, kind of respecting this game. He doing his thing out there, and now we about to be future teammates. But the other guys,
It's funny how that works.
Yeah, it is. But
but
they just kind of followed me on Twitter, then kind of just communicating a little bit.
Communicating.
Yeah.
So I was just curious because I know that the class seems to had been really tight, and I don't even know how recruits keep up with each other other than getting probably together, text, mail change. But that's really cool. Have you seen the on Twitter? Someone said, "Is this the best DB class State's ever had?" Have you seen that?
Yep. So that was actually real cool. I actually was just sitting my parents that they kind of said it's one of the highest ranked DB classes they had in almost a lot of years. I can't remember, but it's been a while.
Yeah. We got upper 3 stars, some 4 stars, and we got number 1 JUCOs coming in. And it's funny because if you ask some State fans, probably during Doran's earlier years, you would always say that the cornerbacks and safeties were our weakest area, and I think that's an area that they've done a really good job in probably the last 3 or 4 recruiting cycles, where that's the teeth of our defense now. What do you think about that, Macon? Would you agree with that statement?
I would say, I think the turnaround has been a technique. I mean, and a lot of it was just kind of, I don't know how simple it is, but maybe you can explain it better, Bishop. But like, people always would pick on, like, oh, you got to turn your head around, be able to find the ball, because if you're playing up on a guy, you're not turning your head around, they're going to throw a flag on you.
Yeah.
And that was like a big hang up people seem to have, but the technique our guys are playing with and the aggressiveness they're playing with. I mean, I think they were either first or second in the ACC this year in interceptions. And I think if they were second, it was only because Louisville, I think, had one game where they had like 8, something like that.
Sam Hartman.
Yeah, that Wake Forest game. Yeah.
So beyond that, I mean, just totally night and day, the level of teammates. And then when I was like, just to kind of mention, I don't know if I'm sure you probably know the guys, but just for the state fans, you're talking about, Bishop right here, Fitzgerald. You got Terrente Hinton, Brandon Sisse from South Carolina as a DB. You've got Damon Fagan from Florida, and you got Zach Myers, who's a safety, I think, or I don't know what position he's going to play, but Zach Myers from the mountains here in North Carolina. And you're talking about guys of, like we mentioned, blending of 4-star, 3-star guys, like really, really talented. And the guys who are 3-stars, you might like bat your eye, like, oh, that's just 3-star. But those guys had like 20 offers or so, big time offers.
They're upper 3-star,
right? Yeah. So I am excited about that. But the talent we have at the position has really grown, and the skill level has really improved. So I guess you mentioned the schedule, and I am curious because there are some big time matchups. You see, like the season opener at home is Notre Dame this upcoming year.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, man, is huge. Virginia Tech, Virginia, Wake Forest, Duke, on their road games. And I think at home it's Miami, UNC, Clemson, Notre Dame, and I can't remember Syracuse. I think is the other one. So
I don't remember. It's going to be an insane home. Like it's honestly, Louisville? It's probably the most name recognition home schedule we've ever had. Like maybe not like the best of teams, but like name recognition. That's an impressive schedule.
Yeah. So I guess I'm curious. So what stood out to NC State? You had a lot of other offers, man. And what was it about State that made you pick State?
So actually, my high school coach played for Coach Joker when he was at Kentucky. So he kind of gave him a call. They needed safety, so they said, I got a guy, you should check him out. And then that next day, D4 actually came to DC and seen me, and we kind of talked a little bit. And then it's actually funny because kind of like my big brother, he played for Gibson and DeFore when they were at West Virginia. My bad,
West Virginia.
Yeah. So I kind of had a little bit of connection with them, and they're just telling me all good things about those guys, like real caring for your players, and they're gonna get you to the next level. Sent a lot of NFL dudes out, and then my visit was I felt like I was already a student there for like 3 semesters. It was just felt natural, to be honest.
Yeah. So when do you get on campus?
I got to finish an online class up here, and then like an in-person math class. So I think I might be able to get there by like March. So.
Okay, so
after spring ball,
yeah.
Okay. For spring or after spring?
I'm not sure when they start their like actual spring ball. I know they're working out right now and doing all that stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, it might be in the middle.
Yeah, that'd be big time. That'd be big time. I was just curious there. If that's cool. Greg, you got anything?
Are you? I'm just curious. Are you familiar with the turnover bone at all? Have they told you about that?
I took a little photo shoot with it, but I wasn't really too familiar with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
before we continue, I want to take a quick second to tell you about our sponsor, Flightland's Jessup Insurance Group, that has your whole world covered, with agents in 5 offices throughout eastern North Carolina to help you decide how much coverage you need, offering policies for home and auto, recreational vehicles, commercial, crop, health, life, and employee benefits. They are able to combine options to find a comprehensive solution that works for you. Flightland's Jessup protects the things you love so you can spend less time worrying and more time enjoying them. Find them on Facebook and Instagram at Flightlands Jessup. You can also visit their webpage at www.flightlandsjessup.com. So please make sure to go and check them out.
Gotcha. Yeah, sometimes for me personally, I look at those things and I feel like they're kind of gimmicky, but I'm like, man, like if it gets the guys fired up, I don't really care. I just want them to win, man. But to me. Yeah. When you that's cool though. Those kind of things that matter to the players. Like some fans get on the jerseys and all that. Like they want red and white. But I mean, hey, sometimes those black jerseys, man, those gray jerseys, they look pretty sharp. So, have you spent a lot of time with Coach Doran? I'm curious what your thoughts are about him.
Yeah. So he actually, he called me when I committed. He was real excited. He was like, we gonna light it red tonight. I was like, wow, that's just
there you go.
That's just a lot of love right there. And then I talk with him probably every other day, to be honest. He's real active in recruiting me. So, the head coach recruiting, that's huge.
Are you familiar with the light it red? With why he mentioned that and everything he explained to you? Cool.
That's awesome. That's cool, man. The I guess where do you see your game still wanting to work on and build for going into the off season? Where are you going to be working on coming in NC State?
I feel like just weight room, to be honest, just getting real faster and explosive coming from this level. I feel like it's going to be a little like faster, definitely way faster, but just getting my body right and getting prepared for that, I think that's going to be the biggest part.
Yeah. Did they have any
You
sort
got one
of?
of the best.
Yeah. Go ahead, Greg. I know what you're
I
going
was
to
gonna
say.
say you got one of the best to teach you there in Coach Thunder.
Oh yeah,
He's a legend at NC State, and you'll get the whole Body by Thunder program, and I'm sure he'll get you shaped up in no time.
yeah, Coach
So let me
Tuffy.
ask you this, Bishop. You're at Coffeyville now, and I don't want to discredit you being there. What kind of goals do you have now that you're wrapping up there? So you finish out your classes. Have you done everything you feel like you needed to do or wanted to do there?
Yeah, I feel like I came in and I did everything I had to do here. I got finished with I think a 3.1 and maybe first team All
That's
American
awesome,
this
dude.
year. So I think I
That's
set
awesome.
my goals and I did pretty good. I give myself
That's
a pat on
awesome,
the
dude.
back.
That's good.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
man, for
That's
sure.
kind of stuff. In the classroom stuff is really awesome to hear about people succeeding there and working hard at it. So I guess my question then for you is, what goals do you have coming in NC State? What are you wanting to achieve when you come to state?
Yeah, I'm trying to be honest. I think NC State's due for like an ACC championship coming up
There
real
we go.
soon.
Yeah,
So
man.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
feel that energy. The program kind of really shifted. They could be coming like, maybe they could get one of these like TCU type runs coming up, especially with the 12-man
Yeah.
playoff coming up. I feel like they're gonna be
Yeah.
in there a lot.
Yeah.
Let me get your thoughts on that just while we're talking about it. It's not necessarily, but what are your thoughts about the playoff expanding?
I think it's good and bad. It's football. It's not like basketball. It can't play that many games. It's a lot of wear and tear on your body, but
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but a lot more teams being able to get that chance. I think college football is kind of almost every given week. Something crazy could happen. So
I think the fans just want it too, right?
Mhm.
Like, I mean, we all love football, but we also don't like seeing the same teams play in it
Exactly.
every year, right? Like,
Exactly.
you want little freshness to it.
Mhm.
So I'm with you there.
Yeah, but I think what TCU did, if TCU can do it, NC State can do it.
Yeah,
Wake,
definitely.
all these other schools that can really do it in the ACC.
Mhm.
I think it gives hope. It doesn't. I like seeing that personally because I'm like a guy who likes seeing like the diversity in the competition. If it's always
Mhm.
the same guys, I think that says something about
Stale.
their programs if they're always winning. But when you have a team that comes like that, it's like I think State could do it, man. I
Yeah.
think they can. But you getting the AC championship as a goal, you know, that's for me priority number one right
Yeah.
now.
Definitely.
So
Are there any schools or stadiums that you're kind of looking forward to playing in? Once you get here, just kind of curious on your thoughts there.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the name of y'all stadium, but just walking in it, man, that
yeah,
it's huge. To
Yeah.
be honest, I'm like, wow. And,
yeah,
Yeah.
and I watched a few pregame clips. They lighted it red and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It looked crazy, to be honest.
yeah,
Like
man.
a better atmosphere to play in.
Yeah, so it's Carter Finley Stadium, and then I don't know if you even like they even told you, but there's gonna be a new scoreboard on the other end
Oh
next
yeah.
year. It's gonna be
Huge.
it's gonna be
Oh
massive.
yeah.
It's gonna be as wide as the whole stadium. So
If they
that's
said
gonna, that's
they
gonna be
said it's going to
legit.
be one of the top 10 largest video boards in
Yeah,
college football.
Dang.
So
yeah,
new sound system. That stuff's more for fans at some
Mm-hmm.
time, but I know it matters to players too.
Yeah.
But
I think they get hyped up about it
oh, I
because
do too.
it
Yeah.
That
hypes
screen's
the
going to be
fans.
massive,
Yeah.
dude.
It
That screen's
definitely
Yeah,
going to be
does.
massive. But
yeah,
no, that's really cool. I'm excited about it. I think if you want to get look at some history, man, especially when you're talking about opponents we had here, you go back, check out some games. 2017 against Louisville at home.
yeah.
You
The
saw
night
the
game.
2021 game against Clemson at home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, heck, you want to even go back to Notre Dame. Go look at the last time State
The
played Notre Dame
Hurricane.
in Raleigh inside the Carter Finley Stadium, and they call it the Carters. Like some people just call it the
Oh, the
Carter,
card.
but it's
Yeah,
that was a Hurricane game. There's so much rich history there and culture, man, that I hope that you guys keep building on.
Yeah.
So good stuff,
yeah,
and we'll have to maybe off the side send you some links. Hey, check out this one, check
Yeah.
out that one, so you get the
Definitely.
history
yeah.
there, man.
I will say like the one thing like and this is more for Macon and I, but when you talk about NC State players in the NFL, we don't have a lot of defensive back history. Like we've had some,
There's
we've had a
some
few.
good some.
Yeah, there's some, but not like in other positions,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start seeing it now. I
Yeah.
think with Aiden White, you got Shaheem Battle, you got Fagan, who I think will get drafted this year. So I'm really excited about like the defensive side of the ball. I love offense, but man, defense wins championships.
Exactly.
So I'm excited for you guys, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, Bishop, man, we're so excited for you to come to NC State, man, and continue to build what Dave Dorn and Tony Gibson are doing here. And honestly, just to see you play back there in the backfield, I'm telling you, State fans are really excited to have you committed, man.
I appreciate
it.
For me personally, I love seeing local guys. Obviously, we're neighbors, being from Northern Virginia. So like, just seeing a local kid do well, it doesn't even have to be at State, just in general, just going out there and living their best life and fulfilling their dreams. And I'm happy for you, man. I'm so excited. And it makes it even more special you're coming to State. So I can't wait, man. I cannot wait.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, to NC State fans, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode here. And
hold on, real quick before we stop.
Yeah.
Hey, give us your social. Give us your social.
Yeah.
We can follow you. We want to make sure that everyone from Wolfpack Nation is seeing what you're up to, man. So give us your Instagram if you got that, Twitter, whatever you want to share, man. Floor is yours.
My Twitter, Ball Out Bishop. That's kind of my name. They've been calling me that for a while. So
I like it.
My Twitter, Ball Out Bishop. My Instagram, also Ball Out Bishop. So
yeah,
that's it.
Nah, man.
All right, cool.
Awesome. That's
Make him wrap us up, man.
Yeah, I should have done that even on the first episode. I'll put a link there. So, but
we'll drop that in the description.
Yeah, State fans, Wolfpack Nation, thank you guys for checking us out, and be sure to like and subscribe and share this video around, and so State fans get to know Bishop. And I know it's exciting, guys. We're right in the middle of basketball season, and State, is doing well, but it is. I know everybody is always on the mind about football, and this is a big time.
217 days till kickoff.
217. 217, man. Yeah. And hey, Bishop, they got like a counter too in the inside.
I've seen
countdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I will. Wolfpack Nation, thank you guys so much, and we will let you go. As always, go Pack.
Go Pack.
Go Pack.